What is going on with Josh Giddey? The best player on the Chicago Bulls has not been signed yet, and things are just really weird right now because a contract should have already been signed. NBA Insider raises potential red flag about Bulls point guard Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey was the best player for the Bulls last season. These were his numbers throughout the entire season. They're pretty good. But after the All-Star break, Josh Giddey became a whole new monster because he was spectacular, putting up superstar numbers, averaging 21.2 points a game, 10.7 rebounds, 9.3 assists, and 1.5 steals. These were Russell Westbrook prime numbers, and Josh Giddey, a 22-year-old, was putting these numbers up. So the question is simple: why hasn't the Bulls brought him back yet? Usually in NBA free agency, you want to bring back your superstar as fast as possible. And I know Josh Giddey is not a superstar yet, but he's got that kind of potential. The Chicago Bulls just had their summer league matches, and there was something critical specifically around Josh. Josh Giddey is in Las Vegas, but has noticeably been absent from both Bulls games at summer league. Several veterans just sat courtside here. Certainly seems like an indication that negotiations between the point guard and Chicago Bulls are not trending in an amicable direction. There is no way that the Bulls are not going to sign Josh Giddey, and the longer they wait to do so, it's actually not good for the franchise. The kind of player that Josh Giddey is, you want to make him happy, especially because he's super young, he has a lot of potential. But if you're going to play with him, and you're going to wait and hold out and offer him the lowest contract possible that he's forced to accept, he's not going to be happy in Chicago, and that's not what you want from your potential best player on the team. Joe Cawley of the Chicago Sun-Times says the market is not set up for Giddey. It's bad timing. As of right now, every NBA team has already wasted most of their money, which means Josh Giddey has basically nowhere else to go but to stay in Chicago. So, if Josh Giddey gets offered a contract that he doesn't want, he might just be forced to have to take it because there's no other team in the league that can match or give him more money. Life for NBA restricted free agents this summer continues to be one gut punch after another. Such has been the case for Bulls guard Josh Giddey. Because of the penalties in the first and second salary cap threshold now smacking teams in the face, players have been unable to involve teams in a bidding war. That's where the Giddey situation stood Saturday. Josh Giddey is that good of a player, and the Chicago Bulls right now are in the power position because basically they can just keep waiting and waiting and waiting until Josh Giddey has no other option than to stay for a cheap deal. I told you how good Josh Giddey was by looking at his stats, but I'm telling you, he's worth what he's asking for. The Sun-Times reported last week that Giddey's camp still was hoping for a contract akin to a $30 million per year guard Jalen Suggs got from the Magic, but the Bulls haven't gone there. The dialogue between the sides has remained good, but there is still no resolution. This is the contract that Josh Giddey wants to sign on a 5-year deal. A 5-year, $150 million. It makes sense. I believe Josh Giddey is worth this. Comparing to all the other guys in the NBA getting paid crazy salaries, I'm sure this price would be a bang for the buck for Josh. But it seems the Bulls want to offer him a deal like this. A 4-year, $80 million deal, which I believe is a little bit too less for Josh Giddey and the production that he's going to bring to the team. But the news around Jonathan Kuminga isn't good either. He's also a restricted free agent, and things are not looking up for him. Huge shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring the channel. Easy Buckets family, tickets on SeatGeek are the cheapest, and you have to get tickets on SeatGeek right now to go to your favorite event, your favorite NBA game, your favorite sports game, your favorite concert. Get your cheap tickets on SeatGeek today. Make sure on checkout you use my discount promo code EasyBuckets with an S at the end to get an extra $20 off your first purchase. Your cheap tickets originally just became even cheaper with my discount code. Golden State Warriors fans are not happy with Jonathan Kuminga proposal, convinced it won't work. The Warriors have been incredibly quiet this offseason. They haven't made any major trades. They haven't made any major free agency signings. Fans really wanted the Warriors to trade Jonathan Kuminga away and bring in new talent to advance their roster. Specifically, they wanted the Warriors to trade Jonathan Kuminga for a big man. After 4 years in San Francisco, Kuminga is looking to leave the Warriors to explore more opportunities. So the Warriors and Kuminga have come to a conclusion mutually that both sides don't agree to stay together. Jonathan Kuminga, his game is not being used to the max, staying in Golden State, and the Warriors can put him in a better situation. However, with the new CBA rules, Kuminga has struggled to get offers from other teams, and as a restricted free agent, the Warriors have encouraged him to find a market. The sad truth is simply this: Jonathan Kuminga wants to get paid on another team, but nobody wants to pay him. So the report that Warriors fans are not happy about is this. The latest report suggests the Warriors will re-sign Kuminga, but only to trade him later. It appears this strategy isn't something Golden State fans approve of. And the reason why fans aren't a fan of this scenario is simply because we know Jonathan Kuminga just didn't fit the playing style and the playbook of the Dubs, especially playing around Stephen Curry. Jonathan Kuminga would be having another similar season off the bench. He's not going to really put up numbers. His trade value won't really increase. So Warrior fans are saying, Warriors, don't do this. Just get rid of him. Let another team sign him for cheap. And then, of course, let Jonathan walk. Cameron Thomas from the Brooklyn Nets is also a restricted free agent that has not been signed yet. And we're really wondering, why hasn't the Nets already given him a contract? They're a rebuilding team, and he is your future superstar. These were Cameron Thomas's numbers last season. He was an elite scorer once again, and over the last 3 seasons, he has proven his value in the league. What stands out Cameron Thomas is simply his scoring ability and his tenacity. He can score from anywhere on the court. He's vicious, he's confident, he's courageous, and he's not afraid to take the tough shots. Those are skills of the best player on the roster type of mentality, and the Brooklyn Nets right now, they cannot afford to lose him. I believe they're making a huge mistake by not already offering Cameron Thomas that extension, and they could be making a mistake if they let him walk. There's no doubt about his scoring ability. He said and done all the right things to block out any noise about immaturity. This is all more an indictment of the NBA's free agent market than it is on the Nets themselves. But it will be foolish to not bring back your potential star guard who's a proven bucket at 23 years old on a rebuilding Nets team. Out of all the restricted free agents in this video, I do see the Nets bringing him back as the most likely, so stay tuned. So this is really what's going on with NBA restricted free agency. On these specific potential star players, we want to see what happens next. But what's most important to me is I want to know your thoughts. Where do you think and what will happen to our restricted free agents in this video? Let's get a chat going in the comments below. But LeBron James could be getting traded from the Los Angeles Lakers, and we got rumors that there are 4 legitimate teams that are interested in the King. I just made a video talking all about this, so check it out. But other than that, take it easy, God bless. See y'all next time on Easy Buckets. Peace.